Hey, hello folks. Glad you could join us again for another exciting episode of Wan Sports. And today, Evan, how are you feeling today? I feel a bit, I don't know, ambitious maybe, but today we are into episode 007. Do you feel like James Bond?
Oh, I feel like James Bond. I'm feeling on top of the world right now. Loving sports, everything has happened.
It's one of those movie series that a lot of us grew up with back in the day. But we've certainly come a long way. This is our 7th episode, and we've covered a lot, and we've still got plenty to get through today. Just very quickly, before we get to what we have lined up for today, let's go out and about and catch up with Mike on the street.
Yeah, Mike on the street. He went out and about, so let's find out where he went, who he talked to, and what he was up to as well. So, Mike on the street.
Let's check it out.
You itu aneh? You sponsor atau? You ah? Okay, first three. I got 3 questions. First question is what makes you support SP Antas?
This will be yeah, Antas home country team Nublana. Yeah, I got plenty favorite team. Players tumda in zero sem. Mibla talks, mibla kalam support team. Ila Luna, kona marina about.
Clinicus. Bichita tu. Why you support him SP Antas?
Because bisa kalau campus lagi tiket, misalnya support him. I'm a country team.
Okay. Agustin usai tem, I'm all fans play look lab stuff so. Agustin usai tem favorite player bil SP Antas.
Marifiga.
Yeah. You think when you go big mangi by kawa sa Marifiga lo rugby league?
Yeah.
You bisa play rugby ah? Now you play rugby or no?
No.
Where you play?
Well, Mike definitely on the street, but this time he was on the playing field of the National Football Stadium, the home of Rugby League, and talking to fans. I think it's one of the Hunters games as well, but it's good to see that you've got young kids coming out. That's what they inspire to come out. And of course, he asked the question about who your favorite hunter is.
They've got their idols as well.
Oh, they've got their idols as well.
Don't forget, the Hunters are back in action this week after a long break.
Definitely after a long break, 2 weeks off, and they're back as well. But what about the guy who was doing the dancing thing at the back? Wasn't he excited? Give him a ticket to every Hunters home game, because he can really, really dance.
Okay, let's get straight into business for today's episode. Yes, we got Santos Cup and also a bit of storyline around the Orchids as well.
Yeah, Santos Cup, we just ended round number 4.
Yeah.
Santos Cup, it's tracking along, well as well. We started the competition with, we had...
the rematch of last year's grand final.
The Baris, yeah, definitely.
And... a bit of a mixed bag for the Baris this season. They kicked off on a high, defeating Gorokan Harness, but then they just fell by the wayside. But they bounced back last weekend against their neighbours, the Vipers.
Yeah, they did.
That's really good, and I think they're back at the top of the points table after last week's victory.
Oh, the expectation after winning a competition and coming back that you'd perform well as well. They did that in the first game, but they had a stand-up performance from some of the players, star players like Kelly and also Joanne Laguna as well. But they were missing in 1 or 2 of those games they played, and they fell back a bit, had a loss. Yeah, so.
And I think today we'll focus more on who's behind all this. I mean, the woman behind that, the success of the Baris, and she's been in the women's rugby league space for a long time. She's Orchid #1.
She's a champion.
Can you believe it? Just come a long way.
She's done a great deal in terms of women's rugby, come a long way as well, and deserves to be the coach for the Central Baris. And she's got a great vision moving forward. She knows what she's doing.
She highlighted some of the low points they need to improve on for the next game, and they were able to deliver against the Vipers last week. I'm talking about the Central Baris. But yes, Kathy Leap is the woman, and she's been very much involved with rugby league, although she's no longer actively playing. No, hang on. I think she's still playing at the Port Moresby Rugby League.
Yeah, well...
Kathy Leap.
She does get around to play a few just to stay, just to keep herself fit and
that's
stuff
really
and everything.
good.
But, her contributions to women's rugby has been immense. Apart from a player, now she's, administrator. She's done the pathway thing as well with the NRL in community rugby, from there. And now she's a coach. And she's also a role model for many young women
definitely.
as well. So,
She was also involved with mini mod rugby.
That's correct, yeah.
Just elementary age kiddies, young boys and girls, and also after that, she was with PNG NRL,
Yep, NRL.
the League Blue Life.
Yeah, that's right, League Blue Life.
She's just come a long way.
That's a great program at League for Life, because what it does,
well done to Kathy, and
gets out into communities, and it doesn't just teach you all about rugby as well, but it teaches you the responsibility of, your social responsibility, teaches you how to look after yourself, what you need to do, how to eat right, nutrition stuff and everything, education, and that's bonded with Rugby League, so it's a great program as well.
All right, let's have a listen to her story.
Yeah. Came out and continued their form in the first half, on, a couple more tries. 16 points to 4 is a good win for them, and more or less a good mental win over the Dabaris, the champions for last year.
Looking back, we can now see what Coach Kathy Niap was working to correct. The loss revealed to Kathy exactly where the team needed to improve.
Our execution and staying disciplined on and off the field is the biggest area that we need to improve on. I think execution is a really big component where, completing our sets of 6 and getting the ball out to our edges, which is really important, and decision making. Decision making is something that is really difficult to coach as well, because it comes from the player themselves. It has to do with the attitude and all those things. That's something that our player needs to, it has to come from them. So I believe that loss sort of set us back to reflect upon ourselves, and it'll be a learning experience for us to improve from there.
She was also testing which players could carry the team forward.
The focus now is to fix our game and the way we play, and also giving game time to those girls who haven't got their second game yet. So mostly to identify our players, and once we see which players will take us all the way, then we'll work from there.
The Dabaris answered their first loss of the season with a win.
Strikes it. Oh, she's nailed it.
And what Kathy is seeing is not exclusive to the Dabaris. The entire competition is becoming harder.
Yeah, the competitiveness has really stepped up from last year. All the teams are now very competitive. Like before, it wasn't. You could see that, this team will just come and go, or this team. But now the level of competition has really stepped up. Still, there's areas that needs to be improvement in the tactical part of the game.
The strong competition is now producing players Kathy believes should be seriously considered nationally.
I see a lot of potential in not just the Central Dabaris girls, but the other franchise teams as well. A lot of potentials in our forwards, our playmakers, our backlines. There's a lot of potentials out there, so I'm hoping that a good number of our girls, like probably more than half of the team, gets to be picked from our local competition in the Santos Cup.
Coach Kathy frames it perfectly. Behind the rise in the on-field intensity, the growing potential, are women carrying responsibilities far beyond the field.
A lot of the girls, also mothers, young women, school ladies, working class ladies, everybody showing commitment and sacrifice in getting all those things that they need to get done to make the Santos Club team. So there's no reason why we shouldn't pick any of those ones in our Orchids World Cup team.
So congratulations to the Central Dabaris, right on the dot, winning.
Yeah, what a comeback here, right?
Yeah, thanks to Kathy Niap for catching up on Wan Sports, talking about her responsibility as a coach, but only that, but just talking a bit about how well the competition is, and it's becoming competitive at the moment, and how women can, lead from the front, and also looking at the Orchids at the end of the year when the World Cup comes, and how some of those players can be in contention.
And it's really good to have a perspective of somebody who's been there from day one, and now just looking back and seeing the development of women's rugby league. So well done, Kathy, for that.
And don't forget, get out to the National Football Stadium here in Port Moresby. We've got Saturday and Sunday Santos Cup happening apart from the Dam Cup and the Hunters as well. So, as Katie mentioned, a lot of rugby league to be played for the women that's coming up. So make sure you get out there and support the Santos Cup and all the other rugby league action that's happening right across the country. We'll go for a break, and when we come back, we've got more of Wan Sports Show.
The World Cup is more than a tournament.
And he goes on.
It's our chance to show what it means to be from the Pacific. Our culture, our strength, our passion.
Wow, what a sight.
BSP is proud to be an official partner of the 2026 Rugby League World Cup, backing every tackle, every run, every try, just as we back every customer. BSP, championing prosperity for the South Pacific.
You can have whatever you like. You can have whatever you like. When the beat goes off, we bang to the.
Hiya, mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakarook, get up a big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, na mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, PNG and Mia. Buying PNG made.
For effective planning and execution, you need insights, engagement, and innovation. Trend Media, your 360 degrees digital solution partner, has you covered. Our market research and surveys give you the data you need to make smart decisions. From corporate events to product launches, our event management team ensures every detail is flawless. And in today's digital-first world, our digital initiatives keep you ahead. Call Trend Media now on 7222-0210 or email trendmediapng@digitalpacific.com. Trend Media, your 360-degree advertising and digital partner.
And thank you for staying around. This is episode 007 of Wan Sports, and now we get straight to our next topic. Let's talk cricket. And well, last week the Amini Park, the home of cricket, was really buzzing with some of our elite players mixing around with some of the up-and-coming players as well. The female talent was on show again, and of course Borco Motors and through their brand Isuzu, sponsors of the 3-day tournament.
Great.
Monday,
great
Wednesday,
concept,
and Friday as well.
Yeah.
It's the Isuzu 50 over tournament, and that was a pretty good way to also get our girls in league for the big one-day international tournament coming up.
Definitely coming up.
This month as well. Yeah. So on Friday, well, the crew was out and about, and we were able to catch up with the head coach of the Levers and also the captain. Let's have a listen.
Ready, go!
Captain, first of all, thank you for your time. Very busy week, but I believe it's been fun. Just talk us through what the tournament means to the national team and also the up and coming also joining the competition as well. How important the tournament moving forward.
So yeah, it's really good to have these sort of competitions and opportunities, so that we as individuals know where we are and where we need to work hard. And of course, there's still a lot of hard work and work that needs to be put out there. But otherwise, the tournament so far has been competitive. So it's really good to have this sort of tournaments and having the younger ones stepping up, and playing in this sort of tournaments. Also, not just for us as challengers, but to see them, they have the talent to play cricket. To see them execute the game plan and the roles out there. It's pretty amazing to see young players stepping up also.
Okay, Coach, apart from your elite players, the rep players, I believe you're also blooding in some young girls coming through your pathway program, especially the Cialis, yeah?
Yes, it's a good experience for the younger ones to come and play against our senior girls. I'm sure that they learn more things, both batting, bowling and fielding. So yeah, it's a good experience for them to come and play with them and then against.
So this is a pretty good lead up to that one day.
Yes, good lead up matches for our Lewas to prepare themselves for their ODI matches against Thailand, which is in next month in 2 weeks' time. So Thailand's coming over to play some ODI games here.
I'm sure the girls won't be resting on their laurels. You got to continue with your training as well. Looking forward to hosting Thailand.
Thailand,
yeah. Right. Yeah. So, how are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's a great opportunity to play against countries that are willing to play against us, and having that opportunity again. It's really exciting for us, to be honest. And as a team and as individuals, we know our roles and responsibility, and it's just us working hard, and we've been doing that this last few months, working really hard. And then, having Thailand to come and hosting it, it's really special to be playing, home ground. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I know the girls are looking forward to it. And like I say, every individual know their roles and responsibilities. So we're just working hard, and we're looking forward to the tournament against Thailand.
Awesome. Yeah, fantastic story on cricket PNG, especially the women's game with the Lewas certainly gearing up for the one-day international against the visiting the Thailand team.
Yeah, it's going to be great. But it's the T20 competitions are really good because they refine, get yourself prepared. And, the coach mentioned that we need these competitions regularly throughout the year so that the players can either keep fit and they can know where they are and the strengths and stuff.
And not only keep fit, but also an opportunity for some of the up-and-coming talent, the female talent coming through the Ciale program to be blooded. And I'm sure they really look at this. A few of them will be making the debut at the international level, So that is a really a big progress for women's cricket. They've certainly come a long way. And
I love the sport of cricket.
Brenda Tao, of course, I think she's a great leader. She's been there, done that, and to mentor some of these young female cricketers coming through, it's really big for cricket.
It is. Look, cricket is, it's one of those sports in Papua New Guinea over the years.
Did you play cricket?
Yeah, in school. Yeah, a bit of, I wouldn't want to admit the highest score I've got. It could be embarrassing. But anyway, that's a discussion for another time if we were to talk about some of the sports that Terry and I were in. But look, cricket has been one of those sports that have been up there in PNG, and they've always done us proud, whether it's internationally or they've gone out to domestic competitions. It's just been the development of the sport has come a long way, and the transformation of even Amini Park has been really good. There's, we talk about facilities need to be.
We are next level. We're international standard,
and that's the reason why countries like Thailand are coming here to play us, because they put money into facility to upgrade it so we could bring international teams to play in our shores, and that benefits us because the experience of playing at home, it just gives our players a moral boost. The experience, So good on to what's happening in cricket at the moment. Keep going the way you're going, and I'm sure other sports will try to follow suit as well. But all the best, to the levels in the upcoming ODI as they get themselves in preparation for play against Thailand.
Yep, that's coming up next month. Make sure you keep a lookout for that. But right now, let's go for another break, and we'll be back in a tick.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in Milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in Milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
The seeds of our future have always been right in front of us. The next generation deserves to see our planet in all its natural splendor. The future lies beyond zero.
P&G's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in P&G. Proudly Goldspot.
24-hour service. Always there when we need them the most. They risk their lives to save mine. They are ordinary people doing extraordinary things. They are our everyday heroes. St. John Ambulance, trusted to care.
And welcome back to Wan Sports. I hope you're enjoying the program so far. We're tracking along beautifully because it's 007, as Terry mentioned to start off.
This is a very special episode, 007.
Yeah, and enjoying the fun as well.
Okay, very quickly, a bit of volleyball update.
Yeah, a bit of volleyball update. And our team, of course, in episode 6, we had a quick, look at, not quick look, but we had a chat with the volleyball team, our very volleyball men's team, the Amor? Yes. They traveled across to a tournament. Of course, that tournament is to qualify for the upcoming Pacific Games.
That's in Guam?
Yep, in Guam. So they've got to finish up in, I think it's seven placings, because automatically the home country that hosts the Pacific Games automatically qualifies spot number 1. So you've got about 7 spots that the team has to qualify for, and we were put in a very tough pool. I think we had our first game
against Wellington, Fortuna, Australia.
I think Cook Islands.
All right.
So these are some of the more or less, you could say, best playing volleyball countries in the Pacific. More advanced. And
where we're at, but it was a really good challenge. A lot of lessons. Will be picked up from this tournament because the composition of the PNG team is very much balanced. A lot of youngsters also coming on board and a lot of experience as well. But the first game against Wellington Fortuna.
Wellington Fortuna.
It was a tough one.
It's a tough
they
one.
Went down with 3-1 set.
Yeah, 3-1 set. It was like the the competition started off well with PNG keeping the guard and seesawing in terms of points scoring to and from. But in the end, of course, Wallace and Fortuna got away with the win as well. But I think skill-wise and probably fitness, we were in it all the way. But I think probably discipline could be one of the factors that affected us in the end as well. Well, from volleyball, I think, Terry,
Where do we go?
This is, I feel like James Bond, the third half.
It's third half, guys. And now let's go to Rugby League World Cup.
Yeah, Rugby League World Cup.
Yes.
October coming up.
Yes. Well, there's not much happening at the moment. But, well, definitely the Rugby League World Cup is coming.
Yeah.
October 15 kickoff.
Yeah.
And PNG, again, very, very honored and privileged to host the first round of the
Lebanon.
Lebanon and of course Samoa. That's a big one against Samoa.
Yeah, it's going to be big and looking forward to the World Cup here. We had it here in 2017, so back here again. Here in 2026, so it's great to see that Papua New Guinea has been given the opportunity to host the World Cup here, especially with the home games and the Como's preparation. You could say that physically out there, preparations, seeing it's not done yet, but in the back, it's been happening throughout the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Throughout the 12 months of the calendar year, players have been looked at. And things have been getting themselves in readiness.
And the feeder competitions, I think that's very important, according to criteria.
Yeah.
And it's been a standard or practice in the last Rugby League World Cup. I mean, for selection to the national team, they're looking at NRL, QRL.
You've got the QRL.
Super League.
Yeah, New South Wales Cup. Then you've got the Super League as well. And for the women, it's the NRLW. And I think for the women, I think the Orchids as well come into contention with the our Women's Centaurs Cup. So those are Katie Neb mentioned in an interview with her that she would like to see some of the players that are playing in the Centaurs Cup, be considered.
And I think she's in the same page as Elsie Albert, the Orchids captain.
Oh, yeah.
She would love to see a lot more female talent from our domestic competition being elevated, but they need to compete at a higher level consistently, to be competitive at the international level as well. So I think that is a really good point. But, looking forward to a really big Rugby World Cup, especially for our women folk out there.
Yeah, it's going to be great. The Orchids hadn't performed that well in the last 1 or 2 years. There was a time when the Orchids were sitting in the top 5. Across the board. But we've just dropped performance at the moment. So we've got a new head coach, and Elsie Albert mentioned that in an interview on their show that she and her and the coach have been having discussions, about players, and because Elsie, is the current captain and she knows which players are currently in form and how things have been.
And I think they've identified some young talent coming through our system as well.
The pathway.
But also there are other players with PNG heritage also playing in the Q Cup, New South Wales Cup, and other competitions around the world.
And we mentioned that we've got a couple of players, like 5. I think it's 5 players from the Women's Santos Cup have been given the opportunity to go down to Australia as well.
The Harvey Norman
so
competition down there.
Yeah, so stuff like that. That's what gives the experience to players to motivate them to come back and play in the domestic competition and then put their hand up.
Well, one of the most successful schools competition, NCD Schools Rugby League, has been going for years.
Yeah.
They really struggle along the way, but I think NCDC, thankfully, to the governor's office, came on board to support our young boys and girls, and they're tracking really well. Over the weekend, they had the grand final down at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium.
Yeah.
And apparently, halfway through the games, something happened. Expect the unexpected, a bit of commotion there with student supporters coming on board, both inside and outside the stadium perimeters. But it was a bit chaotic, but they were able to control. There were securities and other personnel coming in to take control of the situation. It was brought under control, and the games continued with the under-19 grand final. So, not a good look for rugby league, I mean, especially schools rugby league.
It's the NCD rugby, schoolboys rugby has been, it's a competition that it's the output of it has had a lot of players that have gone through that come to play Digital Cup.
Like Juna Rimbu came out of that NCD
exactly, a lot of talent, has come through from there, and the pathway's been set, and the people who are behind this have been doing a great job as well.
I know Gede must be commended for sticking with the competition, although they struggled, but he was always there. And thank you again to NCDC coming on board to support the program. And
what we are going to do is those schools that took their first step into the field, invading the field, are the ones that will be suspended for the next season. And that's the punishment or disciplinary action that will be taken on them. Also, we'll be writing to the principals. We've already got the names of the culprits who have invaded the field, and we'll be writing to the principals, informing them of.
Digicel TV, your official home of the Rugby League World Cup 2026. Dial *515# to subscribe.